Hello, everybody. Selena here from HypnoBiz New York, where we bring you interviews with amazing people, successful practitioners that are doing great things in their business, and they're sharing their success tips and strategies with you. And today, I'm so honored and humbled to welcome today Eugene Papa.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. I don't know who's more honored or humbled, but I'll go with that. Okay.
Thank you so much for joining me. And as you all know, Eugene is also a featured presenter at the HypnoBiz New York conference that's sold out.
Yeah, baby. I don't know how you pull that one off. I think you've done some voodoo magic stuff thing.
I got a
I don't
black
know how you do
magic
that one.
woman that's trying to make the devil out of
There you
me.
go. That's it.
So for all the people that may not know you or be familiar with you, can you tell everybody who you are and your website, what country you are, and all that good stuff?
Right. So this is what is getting serious now. So hi everyone. My name is Jim Popa. I'm doing hypnosis and other therapeutic methods for the past almost 10 years. And I'm in Romania actually. And right now I'm, like I said, super pumped and super excited because we are going to go to New York and participate in HypnoBiz, which, hey, it sold out. So I don't know what Selena did, but she did something pretty amazing to pull this one off. And I'm very excited to be part of this project and be there and share the love, share the knowledge.
This is so fantastic. I am so excited about this. Counting down the days, literally. So let me ask you, how did you discover, how did you find hypnosis? How did hypnosis find you? How did that all start?
Well, I mean, it took a while. I've been doing a lot of things before I started doing hypnosis, but I also have a background in NLP. And during one of the NLP trainings, I learned about the Milton model and, all of the hype about it and the seemingly miraculous, magical powers one would have if they would apply hypnosis. And since I have a streak of miraculous and magical ideation in me, I thought, well, I would like to extend my global domination and use hypnosis and, have everybody under my spell and all that stuff. So that's how I basically started with the hypnosis part, and that was the first direct interaction with hypnosis. From there on, I started to study a lot of material on internet about hypnosis, and then I went on and took some classes in hypnosis, and ever since I've just constantly taken classes in hypnosis, and not only because, like I said, I started with hypnosis, but now I do. I've learned several other methods, and I'm blessed to be able to share them with my peers around the world.
Mm-hmm. And what year was that? What year was that?
Well, my first hypnosis course was in 2009. It's like what, 9 years ago, right? Yeah, 9 years ago. That was the first time I took a hypnosis training, and NLP was prior to that, 1 or 2 years. So yeah, 2009 was my first training, and then from then on, I just kept on going to different events, classes, workshops, and so on and so forth.
Very nice. And what did your friends and family say when you said, "Hey, everyone, I have this new skill set and technique for you"?
Well, not much. They were kind of used to the way I do things, and trying to swim against the current, so to speak. Hi, Leonard. Nice to see you. And so they were pretty used to this. And then I got back, like I said, started practicing hypnosis. Then I went to Thailand, where I lived for 3 years. And that's basically where I started my practice with hypnosis, really. and which was a blessing because I got to meet a lot of people from all over the world and use hypnosis with different nationalities, different people, and it was great. It was really good. And then in 2013, I decided I want to start teaching hypnosis, and that's where people got to be very reluctant in terms of who's going to join the class, because the price for the course was much more than anyone would have ever thought or considered in paying for such a class, in Romania, that is. And I said, well, I'm going to do it anyway. And it was a success. We had, I think, in the first course this was the first hypnosis course ever in Romania offered for the general public. So we are very proud with this achievement, among others.
Wow, there's a lot to unpack there. We have to backtrack a little. So you said you went to Thailand for a couple of years. How did that all come about, doing hypnosis?
Well, I have a good friend who lives there, and then I went there to visit him. I went for like I bought like a 1 month ticket, and then I ended up staying there for 3 years, on and off. But yeah, it was good. I mean, it was a very wonderful place, a wonderful time. It's like paradise on earth. So that's where I go every winter because I don't like the cold weather in Europe. So I go to Asia in the winter for a month or two. And so now I'm traveling with my partner and my partner in life and in work, Angela. So we travel together, and this is our winter residence. That's what we call it, because it sounds so posh, So I went there for 3 years. I lived there for 3 years. I've been doing yoga. I've been doing hypnosis. I've been doing, teaching different things. And then, like I said, in 2013, came back to Romania.
That is so fantastic. I love the adventure, right? You got to spread your wings and see what's going on in the world. And then you said you came back to Romania and did the first training to the general public. Why do you think you were the first to do the hypnosis training in the general public? What's going on in Romania?
Well, it's before that, if you wanted to learn hypnosis, you could have only done so if you went to university, took a 3 years training and become a psychotherapist, and then do a master's degree or do what is called a kind of like a professional training in hypnosis, and that's a 3 years training. So you couldn't if you didn't have a academic degree, or if you didn't follow any higher education, there was no training, there was no course where you could have gone and taken, some information, received some information in hypnosis. So then, like I said, in 2012, I've taken 2 hypnosis trainer courses, one with Omni Hypnosis, another one with NGH. So I was kind of like double certified. Then that was in 2012, and then in 2013, I came back to Romania from Thailand, and then I've established back in Romania, and that was the first training we've done. Like I said, in that class, we had about 16 people. In the first ever course on hypnosis in Romania, it was about 16 people, which is, I was blown away, and so was everybody else. And so it was really good. And then from then on, we've averaged something like 2.5 courses every year. So we had at least 2 courses per year, let's put it that way. Hypnosis classes in every year on, like the 7 days training. But besides that, almost every month we have an event, a workshop, a class, a seminar, something is happening every month almost.
That is fantastic. I love the background story and how you were the first to bring hypnosis training mainstream outside of academia to Romania. I think
Yeah.
that's so fascinating. And for the people that's watching, that if you're enjoying this video, listening to Eugene's story, which is truly fascinating, give us a like, give us a heart, share it on your page, let your friends or family know about it. And also, if you have any questions for our Eugene, type them in the screen. We'll put them up, and he'll be sure to answer them as well. And also, let us know where you're watching from. I'm always curious to find out which country, which city, which state you're watching in. So definitely let us know.
Which
And
room also, that will be fine too.
okay.
You don't have to say if you're dressed or undressed, but just, don't go too much detail. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, that's Eugene's comment. All right. And so you said, you started doing the training full time in 2013. What was your mission at the outset when you decided to come back to Romania and do your training?
Well, really, it was basically, I want to teach what I know. I've been practicing hypnosis by that time for about 3 years. I was pretty confident in my results and in my practice. So I really felt it was the time to take it one step further and then start teaching it. And so that's why I became a trainer. And I started teaching it, like I said, there was the hypnosis course. And then we started to create smaller courses, smaller classes on different topics. And also what we did, which was very innovative and is still very innovative because we are the only one in Romania still to do this, was to invite other professionals in Romania to teach their skills. I'm very proud to say that every year we had at least 2, if not 3 different teachers. And we've basically imported a lot of methods and techniques in Romania, such as, Sean Michael Andrews with instant inductions, or sleep talk therapy, sleep talk for children, or the virtual gastric band with Sheila Granger. In a couple of weeks, we're going to have Anthony Jacquin and Freddie Jacquin with the arrow technique, and so many other things, subliminal therapy, resource therapy, so many of them that we brought to this local market in Romania. And it's been working great for us, and we're very, very happy. And now, I was mentioning to you, Selena, I'm ready for world domination. Okay, ready. It starts in New York, by the way, right? It starts in New York, and I'm very, very excited about that because it's a great topic that I'm going to be presenting there.
This is wonderful. I think it's so fascinating. You're doing such a great job introducing the Romanian people to, trainers and training that they probably wouldn't have never been introduced to if they don't ever leave the country or travel out to, Freddie Jacquin and Sheila Granger and all these people. So I'm sure you have such a huge following in Romania, again, because you are the first and you're bringing them a diverse group of people to teach them.
For sure. And it's ever growing. And like I said, when we started doing this class for the first time in Romania, people were a bit reluctant. They didn't know what's up, what's going on. But then the more courses we've done, people really loved. And it's really heartwarming to read the feedback forms after the course. And, some of them even leave us some video testimonials, which are amazing because it's all about practicing, not just talking. It's not talking. There is theory, but not just theory. And people love that. People go to university to get a paper, get a degree, and then they come to our courses to learn how to do stuff, really. And so we're very happy with that.
I think that is phenomenal. And Gladys has a question for you.
Yes, which is,
where is that? Hello from London. Eugene, love your passion to take hypnotherapy out of academia. How did clients come to you considering that hypno may not have been well known, and also the price? In other words, how did you prove people wrong about Romanians signing up when you started?
All right, thank you so much for your question, Gladys. Just keep the question on the screen, please, so I can refer to it as I go through the question, because it's like several questions in one. So again, Gladys, thank you so much. How did clients come to you considering the hypno may not have been well known, and also the price? Well, first of all, I'm presuming that you're asking both for therapy and also for courses. So there are two two-pronged question. First of all, when people came for the training, for the hypnosis training, because it was the first time ever offered, we had a lot of people coming in. Actually, that year in 2013, we've done 3 trainings, not just one, because people were requesting it. You know, it's like we've done one in June, then we've done another one in September, and I think we've done another one in December. So it was a lot of requests on the subject, and people were eager to learn about it. Then more people started to learn about hypnosis. There were some copycats who said they also teach hypnosis and they started their own thing. And I don't even consider them competition because it's no, I'm just global domination here. Okay. I'm joking, half joking, but so the word got out, people start to look into it more, and then they gain more interest. And so people came in because, and still to this day, about 20 to 30% of the people who join our courses are professionals. The rest of 60, 70, 80% are people who are in different professions and either think of changing their life activity, or they are curious, or it's a hobby, or just have an interest in, or they have a problem they want to solve. And so how did clients come to you, considering that Hypnomania have been well known? Well, they came because most of the time people come to hypnotherapy because they've tried everything else and it didn't work for them. So they went to psychotherapy, to psychiatry, to chiromancer, to astrologists, to acupuncture, and they still have that problem. And so now, kind of like the last chance, you know, they will do hypnosis. And most of the times it works. I don't have 100% success rate. And if anybody says that they have, just turn it around and run the other way. But that's how, you know, they basically tried everything else and it didn't work out. Now, lately, that's not the case anymore, because all these years that we've been doing and teaching courses and inviting other people to teach hypnosis and other therapeutic methods in Romania, basically what we've done is educate the public and educate the professionals as well, not just the general public, but professionals. And so the word is out, people know about us, people know what we do, and we're very happy with that. In terms of price, people would pay any price as long as they get results. However, there are people who say that, you know, maybe it's too expensive. And that's fine. You know, you don't have to work with everybody. And this is one of the biggest problems every therapist out there has. They think they have to work with everybody, and you don't have to work with everybody. You just have to decide whom you want to work with, and that's who you're going to work with. So that's never been an issue for me. And also the question continues. In other words, how did you prove people in Romania wrong about signing up when you started? I didn't have to prove anything. Anytime you talk to somebody, you have 3 types of people who are listening to you. One, I'm not going to use this because it's going to turn out bad. So you have 3 different kind of people. You have those who already like what you say and already are they approve what you say. Those who are on the fence and they're not really sure, should I join or should I not join, or is this okay or not? And those who flat out say that you're a liar and whatever you do is not wrong, or it's not good, or it's wrong and it doesn't exist. I don't care to convince these people, because I will not convince them. I don't care about these guys, okay, ever. I don't care so much about these guys, even though I tend to them, because they're already your tribe, your followers. So you have to just entertain these people and keep them warm. You only care about these guys here who are on the fence. So whenever you present an information, you should only focus on these guys who are so-so, because maybe they will turn to be these guys or to be these other guys. But that's the only thing. So I will never try to prove anyone wrong. I'll just let my results speak for themselves, and who is ready to get the message, they will, and who's not my problem.
Wonderful. Thank you for answering Glada's question. I thought that was very detailed.
Thank you. So again, guys, just like Selena said, if you have any questions, type them in the chat. We'll put them up there, and we'll make sure to respond to every one of them, even though maybe the response is not what you hope or expect or like. Just keep that in mind.
And Shama just had a nice message for you.
Yeah, so accurate and effective speaking to the audience already ready on or on the fence. Yeah, it's the. I didn't come up with this. I actually saw this on in a video about public speaking, and that's where I got this from. My bad. I forget where I got it from, but I said, "Oh, that makes so much sense," you know. So that's why I use it.
Yes.
Thank you, Gladys, for your question. I appreciate your question. Thank you.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
And how did you market and advertise, your business, your trainings in the beginning back then in 2013? How did people find you?
Well, what I did mostly, I mean, 80%, 90% almost, I would say, of our advertising was Facebook ads. And just the other weekend, on Saturday, I actually did an online training with Sheila Granger and some other people where I was talking about Facebook marketing. And I'm going to touch on this during the convention in New York. I'm in the 4-hour workshop, post-convention workshop. I'm going to talk about these particular things. And so far we've spent about 11,000 euros in these 5 years for all of the workshops we spent ad-wise, just money spent on Facebook. I'm not talking about other spending, but money spent on Facebook. I think it was about somewhere between 11 and 15,000 euros. Let's put it that way. But this brought us upwards of 300,000 euros. So it's, if you look at the numbers, for instance, we just had a hypnosis course now in March. We had 24 people signed up for this course, and our Facebook investment was about 500 euros, around there somewhere. And the hypnosis course, it's an average 1,300 euros. So we spent 500 and we made 25,000. It's a pretty good return on investment, if I would say.
Yeah, I think that's phenomenal. And I can't wait for you to speak about that at HypnoBiz as well, because so many people will learn so much. And Shama has a question for you.
Yeah. How would you scale up a hypnosis business? I'm year 3 as a HypnoSoul coach, and I'm currently only doing one-on-one. Well, Shama, really, it's up to you. First of all, do you want to scale up? And second, if you do, what do you do for it? My suggestion, I feel so important right now. Like, people are asking me business questions. Oh my God. Thank you, Shama. But here's what I would suggest. Number 1, create products. And number 2, create courses. And number 3, record the courses you're going to teach and make them into products. So that way, look at Steve G. Jones. He's probably the most marketed person out there. He's made millions because, what is his name? Igor Ledachovsky. Again, he has like hundreds of products. And when you have a lot of products, that comes with the weight of authority. If somebody has 100 products, he must know something. He has something that he can talk about. So by doing so, you will definitely not only be able to scale your business, but actually you'll start to get your business on autopilot. And I hope you are coming to New York, because actually I'm going to teach a few things there about automation and how to automate your business on Facebook and off Facebook, so that you get a lot of exposure with the least investment on your part and with the maximum return on investment by doing so. For instance, we teach a lot of courses, and almost all of the classes we've been teaching, we video recorded. And now people are buying these products. Now, I'll just give you an example. Black Friday, okay? We had a sale for about 50, some of them 60% on sale, and we made about 3,000 euros. Now, you may say that that's not a lot of money, but it's in Romania. It's 3,000 euros on the local market in Romania. That's a lot of money. And then we repeat that for Christmas. We had a sale now for Easter. And you can do all of that. And once the product is done, all you have to do is just resell it, because your costs are already covered. You're in profit all the time. So yes. Create products for end user, create courses, teach other people. This is one of the biggest problem in the world of therapy in general, and that is, who am I to teach? Well, you're somebody who has your own unique perspective, experience, and view on things. And remember, Shama, I'm sorry, people do not buy what you sell, people buy you. And so they will buy what you sell because it's you who sells it, and because it's the information, even though they might know it, you have your unique way of presenting it and selling it, and that's what they will like, and that's what they will appreciate, and that's why they will buy.
Yes. And she also says, I would like to scale up and serve more. So that's a great information and tips that you gave her, how she can scale up and serve more with the products.
Yeah,
and
that's what you should do. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Create products, create courses, and also grow your list. Have a website, grow your subscribers to your list, and give them something, because I promise you, if you offer them value, they cannot wait for you to do so. They want you to give them stuff. So, don't let them waiting. Don't let them hanging. Give them the stuff.
Yeah, it's true. And she also says, I'm based in New York. Clients are virtual, hoping to make it to the conference. HypnoBiz New York is currently sold out, just so you know. We do have a waiting list. So if you want to go ahead and join the waiting list, you can go to hypnobiznewyork.com. I'll post it. But right now it is sold out. So you can't get tickets to it. So just for everybody's watching, you can join the waiting list. Sometimes things happen where people, can't make it, or it's a conflict in the schedule, or whatever it is going on. But you have to go and join the waiting list. So I just want to make that clear. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. And actually, I second what Selena just said. Do join for the waiting list, because I promise you, people will drop out for whatever reason. I sprinkled my ankle. Sprained my ankle. I'm sorry. I sprained my ankle. Somebody happened, we had a problem in the family. I lost my train, I lost my plane, I lost my ticket, I lost my mind, whatever. Something always happens, especially when you have an event of this magnitude, like Selena just, put up in New York. For sure, there will be people who will not be able to come to the event, and it will be so silly of you not to sign up and be on the waiting list. Trust me on this one. Do sign up, be on the waiting list. And I promise you won't regret it if you do so.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Like you said, things happen. You never know what people, I'm not saying people will drop out of the waiting list, so I don't want to make any promises or guarantees or anything like that. But some people do. So just go to the website. It's here. Put your name on the waiting list. You can't register anywhere, just so you know, but there could be a possibility. All right. And she says, oh, congrats on selling out. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah. And so you said, you mostly do primarily Facebook ads. Did you do any other advertising that may have not worked so well or worked as well, or you prefer Facebook?
Facebook is by far way better than any other, because you can so laser target who you're going to send your message to. And that, the more targeted you are, the less money you spend. But we also use Google AdWords. And for those who are going to join the 4-hour workshop post-conference, I'm actually going to give you a tip to get $10,000 from Google every month for your advertising. So if you want to know how to get $10,000 from Google every month to promote your business, be sure to join the course after the convention. And by the way, this is no bullshit. I'm using this already for 1 year, and it's been, bringing me a lot of revenue and a lot of return on investment. So that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is, for instance, just like you did, buy one, get one for half price with the convention. What I do is, for instance, for people who are coming to our trainings and workshops, I give them an incentive. I say, if you bring somebody with you, we'll give you a discount both to you and to the person who's joining. And if you bring 5 people, you get 5 times the discount, and each one of them, they get 1 discount. So that way, I also, give them an incentive. Everybody gets an incentive. Everybody's happy. Mm-hmm. So that's another way of promoting yourself, and Google AdWords as well, more recently. But Facebook was the main option here.
Yeah, it's it's all about the incentive. Like you said, people want to go to conferences and trainings with their friends or family members. A lot of people like, to learn together jointly with other people. So if you give incentive for the person
Exactly.
and their network, you're more apt to get more people and become more successful that way.
For sure, absolutely.
We're tribe people, we're group-minded people, so we love it, learning and then doing fun stuff with other people. It's like vacation or going to the amusement park. How many people go to the amusement park on their own? Not
Yeah,
that
I know.
many.
Yeah, I
Or
know.
dining, so
Absolutely. Yeah.
really important. And you're very successful in Romania, and now here in America, and I'm sure around the world as well. You were the first in Romania. What do you attribute to your success, Eugene?
Oh, it's my looks, of course. Look at me. Is that a real question? I think the most important thing is, like Shama was mentioning earlier, is passion, being driven, not letting any other things, to stand in your way. Because I'll tell you, when I thought of creating the first hypnosis course in Romania, nobody said, "Oh, it's going to be a great success and a lot of people will come." Everybody said, "You're crazy. Nobody's going to pay that much money for such a training and it'll be a flop and you'll be disappointed." I said, "I don't care. I'll do it if it's just one student. I will teach the class." And there was that attitude that actually got me through. And it's kind of like, it's like once you decide, there's no turning back. Once you decide, you just go for it. So, Shama and everyone else who's watching, if you do decide to create something, it doesn't matter what it is. But once you've decided, go ahead and do it. No matter how bad it is, it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Just go ahead and do it. You'll perfect it along the way. Okay? Be rather than being than having perfect inaction, better to have imperfect action. And then you perfect it along the way. So I just said, I'm going to do it no matter what. We'll see who comes. And until today, the smallest class I had was 4 people. But I've done the whole course, 7 days of training or whatever that was with 4 people. I didn't have a problem with that. It was very hard. It was very tiring. It was a lot of effort. But I've done it because I said, I'm going to do it no matter what. And that's what worked for me.
Yeah, it's like there's no plan B. It's only plan A.
Yeah.
It's like a line in the sand. It's do, not try, do. Burn those bridges. You know how to say, oh, you don't want to burn bridges. Yeah, you do when it comes to your goals. You don't want to retreat in any way possible. You don't even think about retreat. You just go forward, push forward, my friend. Go west.
If you want to retreat, if you want to retreat, no, actually, you know what, Selena, let me say this. You can retreat, okay? You can retreat. You know how? Just turn your back and retreat forward.
Yes.
All right? Just turn around and retreat. Go, do a 360, do a 180 and then retreat.
Preach! You got a second career as a preacher.
Woo, hallelujah!
That's right. And
you know what?
Yeah?
This works perfect because my name is Popa and that means priest in Romania.
There you go. Hallelujah. Woo!
Thou shalt be blessed.
Wow, look at you dropping them gems, dropping those gems. And
I gotta say this. My motto is this: if it ain't fun, then what's the point?
Exactly.
If it ain't fun, don't do it.
It's so true. I agree. F-U and then N. Okay. So what would you say is unique about your business, your structure, your model, your trainings? What sets you apart from everyone else, would you say?
There's nothing unique. It's really how much you want to get the stuff you want to get. And, what are you willing to put in to get it? It's that simple. There is no magic ingredient. It's really, are you interested in what you're doing? Do you want to grow? And if so, how much are you willing to put into it? Mm-hmm. And, the key to success, it's not how smart you are and how good looking you are, even though I have these two in my pinky. I'm joking, okay? But it's perseverance. That's what it is. You want to succeed, persevere. Everybody talks about Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't know. Do you know about him? Selena?
Yeah, he's right here in New York, of course. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Gary Vaynerchuk or Casey Neistat, who's like almost the god of YouTube right now. Everybody talks about these guys, like how they got amazing success and overnight success. And I dare you, go on Gary Vaynerchuk video, YouTube, and watch. There's a video about him on how he became an overnight success in like 5 or 10 years. This guy, every day for 6 days, he's been making a video on YouTube about wine. And he talks about it. And in the background, you can see the calendar going 1, 2, 3, 4, 760 videos before he became an overnight success. Mm-hmm. Same thing for Casey Neistat. Everybody knows about Casey Neistat today. But he had been working for like 5 years to get to, I don't know, a few 100,000 subscribers. And then it took him 5 months to double that. Okay, so it's all about persevering and staying on the job. Not just, I'm doing something for 1 or 2 months and I see it doesn't work. No, that's not it. You gotta be there. You gotta be there all the time, constantly. And then it starts to get the ball rolling. People start to notice you. So people start to see you. They start to come to you. They start to ask you. They start to look you up. I have people who came. Now in March, we had the hypnosis training in March. There was a person in this class who said, I've been watching your videos for the past 4 years, and I've learned hypnosis from your videos, and now I came to the class.
Wow.
4 years, and it's just do it and stay persistent. Find what you love and you do that. Otherwise, if you do it just for the money, you're not going to last long. I promise you that. If you like what you're doing, do that, whatever that is. It doesn't have to be therapy or hypnosis. Maybe you like, I don't know, crocheting or whatever. You like to make puzzles. Oh yeah, do that. That will get you the results. Otherwise, you won't.
I love that you said so. Someone was watching and then 4 years later, so they came to the course. So you never know what impact you may have to, the thousands of people or the millions of people are watching. So do what you love, because someone out there is admiring you, is appreciating you and learning from you.
Yeah, for sure. And, I had clients who come to me, and then 2 years later, recently I had a client who called me up because I helped her 2 years ago, and now she called me up to come with her mother to help her. And, so it's always like that. It's a long, being it for the long haul, not the short term. There's no short term. There's only long term.
Yeah, it's so true. Wow, you were just dropping so many great business tips today. You're like on fire, Eugene. Hallelujah. I think this is so great. And for those that are watching that are just starting out, maybe they just became certified or, want to emulate your success, want to be as successful as you, what's like one piece of advice you would give the newbie?
First of all, ask yourself if you really want to do this. And if you do, if the answer is yes to that, perfect. Then ask yourself, what are you willing to do for this every day for the next 5 or 10 years? Now, for some people, this may sound scary. And, sometimes I ask this myself, sometimes I don't, but that's not the point. If you get the ball rolling, there's more effort in the beginning, but then the more you go into it, it's just like kind of like business as usual. So again, start with, do you really want to do this? And if the answer is yes, then everything else fades away. If you really want to do this, hats off to you, congratulations, go ahead and do it, and money will come. But above the monetary advantage you get, it's how much are you going to enjoy when somebody comes into your door, crouching under the pressure of their problems, and then they leave your office after 1, 2, 3 sessions, 5 sessions, however long it takes to help them. They just go out flying. That's when you get most results. I had so many sessions where I was crying along with a client because of the emotion that was going on there. You know, it's like I get goosebumps thinking about some of those situations, some of those sessions, and that's so much more reward than just how much money they pay you. And then again, if you want to go even forward and further, and you want to share this with everybody else, with the world, go ahead and teach it. You know, they say the best way to learn something is to teach something. Mm-hmm. Before you start teaching, you know, master what you have and then move to the next level if that's what you feel you need to do. But again, one advice is, first of all, find out if this is what you really want to do, and then don't let any day go by without doing something, even the tiniest, even like 1 minute per day that you put towards that goal. There's a beautiful saying which I love so much. It goes like this: it doesn't matter how fast you go or how slow you go, as long as you never stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree so much. And I have a saying, it's from Talladega Nights: if you ain't first, you're last. Just kidding.
That was a crazy movie.
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby, absolutely. It's a crazy movie, man.
And great advice. And I know so many people that's watching will benefit so much from this interview. So again, if you're enjoying this interview, give us a like, give us a heart, share it on your pages, let all your friends and family know about it, because we're bringing you interviews with industry leaders, industry titans, practitioners that are crushing it in their business, doing great things, and they're sharing their success tips and strategies with you so that way you can grow your practice. And let me ask you, Eugene, what are some of your goals in your business that you like to achieve or attain in 2018? What's on the horizon for you?
Well, 2018 is to really get much more serious about my YouTube part of the business, and also deepen even more my knowledge on Facebook ads, and now recently with Facebook chatbots, which is it's like, this is a gold mine. You know, it's almost like the holy grail of marketing. And again, I'm going to talk about it during the 4-hour presentation of the convention. But chatbots is like the gold mine of marketing right now. If you don't have this, you know, get into the business, get into this very quick. So to really get much better at this, to grow my international YouTube channel. And really one of the goals I have for a few years now, and I'm going to go into even more hard on this goal now, is to create a monthly revenue from the products that we're selling. And so right now we're selling products, electronic versions, recordings of the workshops we have, also as DVDs, but also creating online courses. And so this year is going to be all about creating online courses, mainstream the products we have, so we can start generating monthly revenues of like 5,000 euros upwards, just from the products alone, not anything else, but just the products. So these are some of the goals I have.
Okay, I like it. You know, you get bigger and better, right? Making 2018 bigger and better than 2017.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about. Because, you know, I love it. If you're not growing your diet, so you want to consistently grow your skills, grow your education, grow your knowledge, grow your income, grow your client base. It's all about growing. So this is good. And so the people that's watching that want to find out more information about your products and services, where can they find you? You can type it in the chat box as well to make sure I spell it correctly.
Right. Hold on a second. I'll put it here and you'll put it on the screen.
Yes,
so you can
absolutely.
Email me at contact@eugenpapa.com. That's my website. If you're gonna dare visit my website, I'll tell you right now, it doesn't look pretty because I'm changing. I'm doing a lot of work on it. So in about a week or so, it's gonna be ready. but that's my email address, and I answer to all of the emails personally. So yeah, go ahead and email me if you have any questions about anything. For sure, I'll be able to be there. And I do hope those of you who already signed up for the convention, for the workshop, for the class. Hold on a second. 1 second. All right. So those of you who already signed up for the convention, I'm going to give a presentation, a 1-hour presentation at the convention, during the convention, about Facebook Live. And like I said, just recently, Saturday, I gave an online class, which was about 6 hours. And about half of the time I spoke about Facebook Live, and I realized, Selena, how long do I have the presentation for, by the way? Because I need to really get myself together.
Yeah, you have a 4-hour training.
No, and in the workshop, in the convention, it's a 1 hour, or is it 2 hours?
No, it was like a 1 hour. We're adjusting the schedule, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so 1 hour, okay. And I'm asking this because, like I said, I've done this Facebook Live presentation during this workshop, and it took me about 3 hours, and I barely get it done. So I really need to narrow down all of the information about Facebook Live. But if just to give you a short introduction to it, just keep this in mind. Facebook Live is the most promoted type of content on Facebook. So if you want to reach, the biggest number of people, the largest number of people, Facebook Live is the way to go. No questions about it. It is, in Facebook, they have different criteria depending on the type of content. So if you just publish, let's say, text, just like a text, nothing, that has a rating of 1. If you put a link, it has rating, let's say, of 3. If you put an image, it has rating of 5. If you put a video, if you post a video to Facebook, that has a 10, and a live video is 60. All right, live video is 600 times more valuable to Facebook than video and image combined. So this is what I'm going to talk about at the convention, the 1 hour presentation. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. So again, guys, if you didn't make it into the first batch of people, because right now the registration is closed, make sure to sign up on the waiting list. And who knows, maybe you'll be one of the lucky people who will get through if somebody else drops out. So make sure to sign up on the waiting list. And again, for those who are going to be part of the convention, post-convention, I will do a workshop on using automation on social media, using Facebook Live, chatbots, live chat, and how I use live chat on my website, and I gained in 1 year 3,600 subscribers just from live chat, and how I turn those subscribers into customers. So all of this, it will be part of the post-convention workshop, and also how to use Google AdWords, $10,000 a month. So if you like to have $10,000 a month given to you by Google, look me up for the convention, for the workshop post-convention. That was my sales speech, okay?
Yeah. This was so great, Eugene. I must say, where did the time go? It seemed like it flew. I could talk to you for hours. I feel like you give so many great business tips. It's so inspirational what you're doing in Romania and for the people there, and now internationally and globally. And I just think what you're doing is phenomenal. So thank you for spending a few minutes of your busy time with me today.
Oh, no, it was my pleasure. And I'm honored to, be able to be part of this wonderful project, a wonderful convention in New York, and I'm looking forward to see you in a few weeks. And I'm looking forward to see everyone who signed up, everybody who's going to be there, and not only for the convention, because we kept on talking about the convention, but one reason for which I go to conventions is not only for the quality of the presentations and of the presenters, but also because of the networking. This is how I got to teach outside of Romania. I went to conventions, I met people, we connected, we networked, and then I got invited to teach in other countries. And if you're looking into teaching, like Shama was asking earlier, if you're looking into doing that, do come to conventions, because it is the best place to connect with people, to make new friends, to see old friends, and to expand your business.
Yes, I agree 100%. I mean, in the next couple of weeks, I'll be at two other conventions as well. It's the networking, it's the learning, and where can you go to, discuss the language, the NLP language, the EFT language, the hypnosis language with your peers. I talk to my friends and family, EFT, they're like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, exactly.
So at least your peers, they speak your language, they speak your lingo, and it's a safe place for us to learn and grow. So I agree with everything you said about the conferences. And I want to thank all of you so much for joining us today. It's truly an honor and pleasure again to interview Eugene. He's going to be in New York City at the HypnoBiz New York conference. So those that are watching that have registered, thank you so much. I mean, the conference is a couple weeks away, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, it's in New York City, the city that never sleeps. So we may get 1 or 2 hours.
When I'm gonna get on the plane, I'm sorry. When I'm gonna get on the plane, I'm gonna get an apple, and I'm gonna say, New York.
That's right. Sing that song. And again, for those of you watching, get on the waiting list, because you never know what could happen. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, Eugene.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
See you in a few weeks.
Selena D. Valentine.
Bye, everybody.